I thought I loved being a mom until the days I couldn't even look at my children without feeling like a stranger. My name is Laura. A few years ago, I welcomed my first child into the world with boundless joy. I believed my life would transform into something beautiful and meaningful, and in many ways it did. But hidden beneath the surface was a slow, creeping exhaustion that began to swallow me whole. It was subtle at first, the sleepless nights, the constant worry, the feeling of not doing enough even when I was doing everything. I had it all together, or so I thought. I kept telling myself that if I just pushed harder, fixed the schedule, drank the coffee, then I'd be okay. But deep down, something was breaking. There came a morning when I looked at my reflection and barely recognized the woman staring back. My body carried the fatigue, my mind had the guilt. I felt behind in life, inadequate, often defeated by a toddler meltdown or a spilled breakfast. The adjective failure whispered in my ear more often than I cared to admit. I remember the day I sat on the couch, my child playing quietly nearby, and I simply couldn't muster the energy to engage. My heart said, love, but my mind said, please stop. I felt disconnected from myself, from my child, from the promise I once held. It was then I realized this wasn't just tiredness. This was burnout. So I decided to stop pretending. I leaned into honesty. I surrendered the myth of perfection. I permitted myself to say, I am overwhelmed, I am struggling, and I am still worthy. I reached out. I let someone in. I slowed down. I allowed rest. I changed routines. I asked for help. I rediscovered the body-mind connection I had ignored. I returned to the simple truth, I am more than a checklist of motherhood. As I healed, I started to rediscover parts of myself I feared lost. The curious woman who loved reading in bed before dawn. The passionate soul who trained as a holistic health coach and believed in wellness. I reclaimed those identities alongside the identity of mom. I wove them together rather than forcing one to erase the other. Today, I stand in my story with pride. Not because I never stumble, but because I dared to rise again. My journey didn't erase the hard parts, the nights, the tears of shame. This experience honored them. And this experience taught me this. Motherhood is not your whole identity. Burnout is not your fault. And healing is not only possible, it is powerful. If you are here, feeling invisible under the weight of responsibility, know this. You are seen. You are heard. You are enough, and your story matters exactly as it is.